Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you just stumbled into my YouTube channel for the first time, I'd like you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, leave a comment below, and I'll do well to respond to them. And yeah, so today I'll be talking about how you can land yourself a tech job even though you do not have a tech background. For instance, you will agree with me that a lot of guys are doing the most now in the tech industry. Believe it or not, tech is the future, and it will profit you a lot if you land yourself a job in the tech industry. During the heat of the COVID, the pandemic, yeah, a lot of persons lost their job because they practically have no idea, or they have not been conversant with doing their jobs remotely. But those in the tech industry are still very relevant in today's world because they have been trained or have experience working remotely. So tech, for instance, would could land you a job remotely, and it could land you a job in person as well. So that brings us to today's discussion: how you can, land yourself a job in the tech industry, even though you do not have a tech background. Now, tech remains one of the best ways for a young person to, cash out when choosing a career path. I cannot overemphasize that. It is one of the best way, and it's still the future into this world when it comes to choosing a career path. Now, let's look at those skills that are relevant, those skills that are in high demand that you'll be needing when it comes to, taking up a job or a career in the tech industry. Now, one of those is the software development. And let me state here that all these skills you can learn by yourself. You can actually learn them either through Coursera or Udemy. For instance, you can subscribe to this platform to learn these skills. So software development is one of those areas you should be looking at or give a shot when it comes to tech, jobs. UI or UX, well, those are the interface and the rest of them is another area you can also give a try. Cybersecurity is another beautiful area when it comes to skills in demand in the tech industry. Data science, data analyst, for instance, blogging, vlogging, digital marketing, project management, tech writing, cloud engineer. And I say again, you can learn these skills online by yourself, if you're considering going into the tech industry. And most recently, there's a lot of demand in the first world, in the Western world, for guys with tech, experience or tech skills. In Germany, Netherlands, UK, there's Canada, US. There's a lot of demand for people with skill sets like these ones. And plus, you can learn this skill set. You can have a certification online via Coursera, Udemy. There's other platform as well that you can actually, subscribe to and learn the skill set from. I'll be leaving, in the description below this video, I'll be leaving some of these links where you can actually take up courses to learn this skill set. Then let's look at, for instance, you without a tech background, you do not have a tech background, and you want to, land yourself a job in that area. But before I go into that, let me also stress that, you should be thinking innovation in today's world. As a young person, you should be thinking innovation because artificial intelligence is taking center stage, and the traditional ideologies and way of doing things is really going into extinction very, very, very fast. So as African, or as African, we should be thinking in this direction. We should be carrying ourselves along in this light, so that we are not left behind. Of course, there's a process to all of this. There's a process to all of this. Now, one of the questions that bothers a lot of persons when it comes to, you know, um, the tech is if they do need a degree or a certificate. Now, the answer to that is not necessarily true that you need a certificate to go about these tech skills. Okay, it deals more with your experience. So you can imagine, with your background from a non-tech from a non-tech industry, you can actually bring those experiences to bear in the tech industry. So it's important to stress that, and then the demand is really, really high. The demand for tech skills is really, really high into this world. So therefore, you have to give it a shot. You have to really give it a shot. And interesting thing is, tech can land you a job remotely or in person. I said that before, it can land you a job remotely or even in person. So if you're looking at migration plan, for instance, if you're looking at migrating, for instance, then you should be considering having a tech skill because that can actually help you migrate to the place of your dream. Remember, at Prep Hub, we'll prep you on migration tips, and this is one of those tips that could help you migrate if you're looking to migrate. So try as much as possible to get a tech skills. And of course, that's what we're talking about today. Now, tech is about solution. It's about solving problems. It's about, solving problem, providing solution, because the whole world is really looking for people who have the ideas, who have the solution to problems, who can solve problems for them. So solving problems and making things easy for other people is why we are where we are today, why we're talking about tech. So tech is not a Ponzi scheme, it's not the easy way out, even though you can cash out with tech, but it's not a fast money making scheme. Okay, so let's dive into it. Now, let's look at those skills that you already have because that's what we are talking about. Those skills that you really have that you can, you know, um, transfer or, you know, yeah, to to transfer those skill sets into tech, for instance. So let's say you have sales. You're a salesperson. You're into marketing, for instance. That's a very great skill set. You know how to talk to people. You know how to convince people. You know to either buy a product or service. Then you can consider, the tech space, as what as a customer, you know, um, service manager, and what have you. So, what roles that fits you better, that qualifies you as a salesperson, is probably customer success manager. Actually, customer success manager is what you should be considering if your background is in, guest or client management or relations, sales, account management. All of these background can actually, you can actually bring them to bear, when it comes to becoming a customer success manager in a tech company, for instance. Another one is the UX or UI researcher. If you are looking at having a job in this line, then probably you have a background in psychology, in sociology, or cognitive sciences. Then you can actually land yourself a job in the UI UX researcher if you have this background. In Scrum Masters, what are Scrum Masters? Scrum Masters ensures that the team, produces deliverables within a given deadline, and coding is not required. So, because sometimes this is where a lot of persons, want to shy away from tech space or tech industry. So, oh, I cannot do coding. I do not have head for math. I cannot, start learning Java and the rest of them because it's complicated. But if you have other backgrounds, other experiences from other jobs that you have, you can actually land yourself, a space on the tech department. I will be sharing more tips and more information about this because this is a long conversation. It's not going to end with this video. So subsequent video, I'll be showing a lot of tips that could help you migrate, that could help you, change your career path or your trajectory when you look at the tech space, for instance. And of course, it's going to help you migrate because tech jobs could help you migrate. There's a high demand for them. So in a subsequent video, I'll be sharing more tips. So for now, I'd like you to share, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel where I'll be dishing out more information about this. And plus, like I mentioned before, I let go. You can actually learn these skills yourself via Coursera and Udemy. I will leave the links on the description box below. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. I'd like you to share this video, let it go viral, and I still remain your friend, Felix. Bye for now.